reload my tablet here because it seems to have lost my stream, which is no good because that's how I watch the chat. Come on. Go back to the stream. No, 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 no. Stand by for technical difficulties. There we go. That should reload the stream. And hopefully eventually. Alright, so I think, much as I really don't want to, I've got to put aerodynamics all the way up here, which is really unfortunate, but I need to have the control, and that's all I've got for it. And then we're just going to go...
Okay, there it caught up.
Yep. Hegemon, we have a problem? Yeah. We got a slight technical difficulty here. Alright, so I want to do a big...
Oh good, no height problems.
Yet. Height 13 of 20. I doubt I can do another one.
You can
I mean, that's what I'd like to do, but I doubt I'll actually succeed. 21.1 meters.
Just not.
It's making very tempting to get rid of that. If I get rid of that...
Then it matched. No.
20.5 meters. No!
No.
Well, boo. I could lose that decoupler. 20.3, no. Alright, so it's not going to happen.
Silly scientists with their height requirements.
Alright, that goes there, that goes there. Which means that this actually needs to come off and go with a couple of these.
Which are less powerful and probably get less bang for your buck, but apparently scientists don't care about money.
Well, partly it's the part limit that I'm fighting. There we go. Yeah, 16.5 of 18 tons.
That was the height.
So that's better. And I've got 24. I've still got 6 parts I can do. So you know what I can do. We'll do this. It's cheating, but you know, that works. As long as I do them at the same time, it should work fine.
Because right now you can't put anything else that makes it higher on.
Alright, 20 of 20.
It's exactly.
It says I'm at 20. Oh, come on.
Oh wait, you have to actually just erase something.
It looks like I may have to.
We could get rid of the heat shield to test that, I guess.
I suppose.
Because we don't actually know what happens without the heat shield.
Well, we can do this. I know that this works. It's just... less good. Double plus ungood. Alright. So that's got a better chance at getting us to orbit. How many parts do I have left? Got 6 parts. I think I need the stabilization. Three parts left. 3 parts. I could put... we'll go for stability. Alright. And time for another test flight.
No.
Pilot. Pilot.
Yes, I are.
Alright, so here's the hope. We get the test value for staging it while we're on the ground, we get off the ground, and we go to space.
I have one word that is a reference. Space!
Yeah. Alright. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong.
And nothing can go wrong in an uncle sort of a way.
Yeah, in an uncle sort of a way. We have liftoff. We have a good angle.
Yes, Renita, you might not die in this one.
Got a good gravity turn going. We don't have nearly enough fuel. We got a good start. Got a good speed here.
Well, I think that busted you up a little bit.
Whoops.
Oh,
that has problems.
That is nothing. Oh, there is. I see that.
Whoa.
No. Up. And that way.
Whoa, no. Come on.
Going the wrong way, spaceship.
No. Boy, the control is hard. Not sure why. And that's it. Well, I think we made a further distance, perhaps.
You got into the thermosphere.
Yep.
Though.
My tablet has got problems, since I seem to have a moment or two. Four viewers. Awesome. See if it'll catch up for me. So I'm probably missing chat. I've got time. Alright. There's really not a lot for me to do, which is unfortunate.
You can do it while it's moving, I guess.
Do I have this one yet? Well, a little bit of science. Got that one. Oh, thermometers. Hey, that's something.
You can do it when it's in the higher stratosphere. Or we can just do that. That works too.
Yep, that works too. Close that. Slow down. We'll keep.
Kerbal really doesn't care about stratosphere and stuff, though.
No,
so.
not so much. I will have to say I'm having a much harder time making orbit. There, we got parachutes to work. That's much better.
It's hard mode, so.
Yeah, then again, it's hard mode, so. It's a nice slow acceleration, not pulling quite so many G's.
But isn't the survivability rate 6?
Yeah, but they'll open up more when I get down. Yeah, I made it about 20 Ks up. I've actually made it up to 150, but I didn't get the over.
Finally, those parachutes work.
Finally, the parachutes work. Yep. All right, so we're gonna just speed it up a little bit until we land. And then we'll see if we can get, we got at least a little bit of something here. 1800. We got, whoops, slow it down before you hit.
Otherwise, it will not be smart.
Yeah, alright, so we need to do,
So you can't do like fall in so fast that you forget that that water is sometimes solid, and then like you are able to take your measurements underwater.
alright, so let's try this. Let's try an EVA. Come on, Valentina.
You can smart.
From Kerbin's water. Awesome. Get back on, recover, and let's see what we did.
Was that? You already answered that, didn't you?
Up to 32, getting close.
Almost.
6,200
And
parts.
it's still the same day.
Still the same day.
Did you break the time-space continuum again, Daddy?
No. TRC2. 4K. One science at a time is really slow.
But it's a good thing you're getting more science than just that one.
But, yeah. Alright. I gotta figure out what to do, because I'm having troubles. I need to get more height. I don't need this time.
So what is it called?
No fuel crossfeed.
Oh, it's that one.
This thing, yeah. I think what I will do...
Again?
No, I think we're going to replace this one. Put it at the top.
Is it a parachute?
No, it's not a parachute. Yeah, the gantry, they didn't really have a gantry. They've got a stabilizer that you can do, which I don't have the science done for yet. But you don't have to have a gantry. In the career mode, you actually improve your construction building, you improve your launch pad, and that lets you do bigger rockets, taller rockets, heavier rockets, that sort of thing.
In sandbox mode, it doesn't matter. You can build something that you can almost build a rocket that starts in space.
Almost. 18.8 of 20 meters. Boy, if I could just get this. It's just so close. I could do it if I didn't have... That's the thing. I can do it, but I can't have the liquid engine as well.
That's a powered engine. So why couldn't you do a liquid engine? Why couldn't you do a liquid?
Because I'm almost at the height. I only have, about that much more. And so the liquid engine just makes it too tall. We could try something different. How many parts do I have? And the other thing that I gotta worry about is the weight. Let's do this. Let's toss on a decoupler there. Or I guess I don't need that one, because I've already got this one.
You can...
Let's
Okay.
see if I can...
What you could do is you could have two of those on the ship sideways.
Yeah.
And then have those decouplers for it.
Yep, essentially I'm grinding for funds, I'm grinding for science, trying to get the things I need to get higher into space. Oh, I don't need that. I need... this. Because these all have the same. What in the...
Eggnog.
I don't know why it does that. It still flips them. There we go.
3 of them. Not.
And I am way over in tonnage.
You think you could get rid of that one?
Well, let's see. I've got to drop
when you still have
7
power.
tons. That's 3.
Oh man. And the one above it is necessary because otherwise you would be kind of just aiming aimlessly.
So let's let's try this, Sam. Let's ditch all of this,
Okay.
and we will get a structure. We get one of these.
Okay. Then get that.
And do this here like this. $19.4. Oh, that's close. That's really close. So I still need to drop a ton and a half.
You could drop the decoupler. Is the decoupler enough?
Which one? This one?
Any decoupler.
No, the decouplers weigh 0.05. It's really... I'd have to go with... I gotta go with the flea instead. Oh, man.
Man, these scientists annoy us. You're rocket scientists. You're mad guys. Why are you restricting him and such?
17.6 and...
If he pays for it, why not let him build the thing? That's what I do.
26, so I got 4 parts left.
You can put a parachute on it.
I got 2 parachutes.
No, I mean on the top. The top
No, the top's gonna go away.
Oh.
This is a really rotten design. I'm not fond of this design at all, but it has the possibility of getting me much higher than I have recently. It's definitely going to get me there faster, so...
Whatever. Yeah.
Alright, that's the first thing to happen. Then these fire, then those will go off, at some point that will fire. And that will go off, and this will fire, then that will go off, and parachutes to get me home.
Wait a minute. I have a name for this one.
Okay?
Not rocket science.
Oops, got the caps lock on. Alright. Such it is. We still have Valentina. We still have Valentina. Alright. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Everything could go wrong. One thing's for sure, it's going to get up faster. My tablet is broken again. Sam, would you mind watching the stream on yours? For whatever reason, on your tablet?
Okay.
Because for some reason my tablet keeps
Or someone's tablet.
losing the, yeah, mine keeps losing the stream. So I can't tell if anybody's talking at me. Alright. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Everything could go wrong. And... right. Test. Well, that was kind of amusing.
What happened?
The little thing jumped up and then jumped back down and landed right on top. Control. No, 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 no. And that's it. Not sure we did any better here. In fact, I'm fairly sure it's pretty much like prior flights. It's a cute little game. Alright, so speed through this because it doesn't really matter a whole lot. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What? No! I only got one parachute to... No! She's gonna die!
You're not the only one frustrated with things.
Oh man. I'm not sure that's gonna be enough to...
Our batteries have stopped storing power. Any of these batteries have stopped storing power because...
Oh, your tablet's dying?
Or something, because I can't turn out. Apparently neither me or Luke's thing is actually powered on or something like that. Because I have to actually fully activate the thing. I don't know what's going on.
Don't know what's going on. Well, it happens. So, this was kind of a failed flight.
What did I do?
Oh.
I have 1% battery. My charger's connected. No, it's not.
Was your charger just not plugged in?
Yeah, the charger was not plugged in.
Well, that would do it. Alright. Come on. 39 science. Getting closer. At least I've got some reputation now. I've got a little bit of science. And still got to get to 45 though. Yeah. Boy, the 400 tank. Really tempting. Don't need any of those. Don't need any of those. Flight control is pretty tempting too. The inline cockpit. Oh, that's...
So the two things that have the app need to do thing is apparently not.
It's okay. It's okay, Sam. Alright, so now what can we do?
Everything is acting wonky. But whatever it is, charging now, I think.
So we'll do a flea. Alright, so this time we're going to try to just go up. And we'll see how up we can get.
So how much science do you have so far?
39.
So close. We need 45, so just 6 more.
Take those off.
6 more science.
And let's take off everything after here.
Question,
We're
what
gonna
do
go with
those
this.
buttons do?
They help you tweak your design. Alright, we're gonna ditch this as well. Gotta be more of a dedicated design. Alright, now let's see if we can get 2 of the engines. I know that you can use a joystick. I do it with mouse and keyboard. There's quite a few hotkeys, especially in the building bay. You don't use joystick. It's mouse and a lot of hotkeys. Driving the flying of the craft is hotkeys. So, or WASD and other various ones.
Although the WASD is a little weird.
No, it's not. You just have to think differently.
Exactly.
Alright, so...
Although because I can think differently with MCS, that's one reason I shouldn't be able to think differently with the Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah. Let's see. So now this should get me into space. Problem is, once I'm in... But not what?
But not orbital.
But not orbital, no. But I'm wondering if I can do those space tourist ones. Let's see. At this point, I can... wonder if I can toss on. If I have enough room for this.
Click. No.
Is it too tall? Nope, it fits.
Yes!
Alright. Well, Jericho, you could always type in the chat. I'm watching that, see if you want to talk to me that way. And it's kind of cool for people on the watching to see it, or to hear people. So I encourage you to talk in TeamSpeak. What parts do I have? 12 of 30. So we need some. Alright, that's way too much, but that will at least keep me stable. And I am at 18 of 30. I've actually got a lot of parts. Well, let's see. Oh, it's heavy, heavy, heavy.
I got a billion questions.
What's that? What's that, Jericho?
How long do you have this guy?
What is inside making sounds?
This guy. This game?
Oh, this game, yeah.
I've had it for probably a year and a half. I got it when it was still, maybe midway through its development cycle.
Oh, okay. Did you have to start all this from scratch because of a patch or something?
Yeah, they came out with the patch, and it was basically they said this is the main release. If you got any save games, it's not likely to work. So, yeah, this is pretty much from scratch. Wouldn't have to be, but to some degree, it's kind of fun starting over on it.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of things you didn't try first time around. You get a chance to check out now. It looks like a blast. You almost got me convinced to get it.
Well, I have spent a lot of time, a lot of hours, and had a lot of fun. So I mean, I definitely, especially if you like building things, it's kind of like space engineers in that way. You get to build things and you know try things out that or maybe not, might not work, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah, I see the appeal with this. I'm
Somebody,
assuming
sometimes
they take their cue from
get it.
NASA, and there's really
Bubba.
nothing you could do in this game that you wouldn't
It's okay.
do
He's
in a real
talking.
space program, right? As far as the trajectories, angles, and all this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things they do a reasonably decent job of modeling. Oh, and I pointed the wrong direction. Nuts. They do a decent job of modeling the physics. Of course, it's not perfect, and there are things that are wrong. One of the things that changed this time was they changed the aerodynamic model. I'm trying to debate if I launch here or if I go. Oh, we'll launch. How bad could it be? Oh, it could be bad. Oh wow, that could be really bad. Let's okay, that has at least a prayer of working.
Peter Pan, no matter how much pixie dust you use on that thing, it's still foggy.
Are your little astronauts pretty much expendable, or is it something you really need to hold on to?
There's an infinite supply, but they cost to hire, so you want to keep them alive if you can.
And they gain experience as you go?
Yes, they do.
Does that make the game function better in some reasonable way, or is it just a gimmick?
Oh no, it definitely has a game impact. You get things like automatic stabilization of the craft if there's a pilot. Engineers can fix things. Scientists get more science. So there's a lot of benefits.
So you definitely want to work your way up until you got like 3 of those guys in one capsule.
You're in a thermosphere.
Oh, absolutely. See, that time, the problem
Dude, you're
is...
going so fast you're overheating going out, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of heat. I broke the sound barrier a long time ago. I'm headed way
Wow.
up. I'll break the atmosphere here pretty easy. The problem is that I'm nowhere near getting to orbit because I don't have the control to have turned any of that vertical momentum into horizontal, and you need a lot of horizontal velocity to actually make orbit.
Well, I'm unskilled, but are you supposed to heat the nose on the way out?
And have the tight.
No, I mean it's ideal not to get that hot, to not go that fast, because there's drag effects. So I mean, some of the thrust I spent there basically just went toward drag and didn't actually help me out.
Wow, you really hit the up there. Didn't you?
Yep, now I'm in space. But once you'll see my trajectory here in a moment, and you'll see it's not a long-term proposition.
You about as high as they put most of our satellites?
No, the satellites actually go, a lot of them in geosynchronous orbit, which is, here would be, I think, I want to say 800,000. It's either 200,000 or 800. No, it's got to be 800,000
Wait a minute.
meters
Water?
in this game. The goo is mystery goo. One benefit to this launch is that I've got a heat shield, so I should survive it a little bit better.
Like when you're up that high, do you like conduct tests or stuff to get experience?
Yep. Well, not for experience. Your pilots get experience for doing things like orbiting, for landing on different planets, things like that. You do experiments to gain science, which unlocks different equipment.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, congrats on that nearly 100K block.
Thank you. Was
Now, did you do all that spinning with just gyroscope?
Yeah, the this control the pod has limited reaction wheels, and so yeah, just gyroscope, and you can really set it to spin in here.
Okay, I have one thing to say.
I'm just wondering, like with the Star System ships, do they really need all those thrusters, or could they use mini gyros for that?
I think they have gyros in there for when your thrusters fail, but I mean, yeah, you do need a lot of if you're going to do any significant changes in vector, you need significant thrust.
Uh,
I'll be coming back into the atmosphere here shortly.
and now for a fun question: is it normal for an astronaut to have that big a smile in space? Or you get a little too much oxygen with it?
Sam, maybe you need to turn it all the way off.
Now, about at what height would you start getting heat buildup?
Oh, you'll see it. About 30,000, I think I'll start to see some pretty serious heating effects. Actually put a heat shield on here. Yep, there we go.
So everything might not blow up. Hey, how'd that get by without any heat problems?
That actually went pretty well. Alright, here's hoping my parachutes actually work this time.
Yes.
Awesome, now I just have to get down. If you want, Jericho, you could just mute the stream and I'll just talk to you through TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I turned the volume down, so I wasn't kind of hearing this twice.
Yep, there were parts that landed that didn't fare quite so well. The weird thing about, you watching there and me talking here is that there's like a 20 or 30 second delay.
Yeah, sure enough.
Well, and the frustrating thing is the tablet that I use to monitor the chat channel keeps locking up. So if anybody's been chatting there, I haven't been seeing it, unfortunately.
I think I'm the only one in the chat room currently.
Ah, well, maybe you can keep an eye on it if you'd be willing to.
Yeah, ain't nobody said anything. I don't know, let me check the list. Moderator you, viewer me.
Oh, well, that simplifies things. Yeah, when you're landing, you got to get your speed down to about 6 or so meters per second is enough to land safely. So here I've got actually too much parachute, but
It's fine.
but it should work.
Now, what do you lose monetarily when you do a launch like that? Everything that's not on those umbrellas there?
Yep, pretty much. I lost the two big rocket boosters. I lost all of the decouplers. Of course, all the fuel that I spent. So yeah, I mean, let's see, I probably lost over half the cost. I think it's like a $15,000 craft. I probably lost 7,000. But if you do it right, you'll get contracts that'll make up for that and whatnot. I'm kind of stuck at the moment because of the size of craft I can build and the contracts I have. I'm just not able to quite do what I need to do. Here we go. Touchdown soon.
Steve Austin.
Let's see. I need to... Gotta send my crew report here so that I can collect another one. And I should be able to do an EVA report. It's all those little rinky-dink science things that actually get you enough science to progress.
Yeah, he's flown pretty good for Earth.
Yep, 15 science puts me at 55. I'll be able to get the next level.
Yes!
Very good.
Finally.
Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Alright, so I have two choices here. Advanced rocketry.
Wait in flight control.
I think it's got to be flight control.
You want it flight control.
Yeah, it's got to be flight control. Well, and then another thing to spend money on is buying the parts.
Turning out of control may be fun, but there's more rocket science than that.
That's a pretty large research tree.
Yeah, it is. Eventually you get science pretty quick. Well, and I'm playing on hard difficulty here, and so the science is like 60% of what you normally get. So I've got to test the flea here at the launch site.
That's easy. Cockpit, flea.
Yeah, but I'd like to do something more than just, just the flea. Alright, let's see. Because that actually gives you some thrust, and there's no way to shut it off. Although, maybe that is the way to go. Oh, why not? I'll make another shot at space. We can do this.
They'll actually move you.
What's that?
They'll actually move you.
It helps.
Look, mech jib.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Okay. Oh, cause they changed it. Because they changed the dynamic system.
Because they changed a lot of stuff, yeah.
So probably showed it up on the screen, but all the information would be wrong.
It won't work.
It's 10. I should probably go to bed now.
Mm-hmm. Good night, kiddo.
Good night.
Sleep well.
I
Love you.
I will be back.
Problem I got with this design is I don't think I can actually make it to space with it.
Now, why's that?
Well, there's a lot of parts on here that aren't actually helping me get there. Like the engine here takes a lot of vertical space, but doesn't provide any more delta V, which is the measurement of change in velocity. It's how close you can get to space, or how much you can change your direction, really.
Mm.
All right, we'll see how this goes. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I don't know if you caught me right at the start. The very first flight I did, the parachute, I let it out when the heat was going on. Parachute fried up and the thing plunged into the ocean.
Oh, no, I didn't catch that. I assume little Kerbal didn't survive.
Nope, he didn't fare so well.
seem to have pretty good control on that.
Yeah, it's a lot better this time. What, Danielle? Well, best thing to do is just lay down in your bed and close your eyes, kiddo. Are you feeling okay? Your head hurts? Well, I'll come check on you after bed, okay? Sorry about the interruption.
No worries. Now you're making those adjustments with the keyboard?
Well, trying to. I'm kind of failing at it. I've got to put the fins on somewhere else because I'm not getting any direction the way I need to go. But this is progress. I've made it higher and farther than I have for a lot of other things. So this is progress.
Do those fins count against you much for weight or cost?
Not really. They're relatively cheap. I mean, if you spam them, then yeah, you could get into a little trouble. But you know, they're relatively cheap and relatively light.
It's kind of pretty up there in space, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful game. They've actually changed this quite a bit. It's looks like I'm getting to be toward the end of the day. I mean, it's it's a real beautiful game. I mean, this is just the main planet. You haven't seen any of the other. I'm not gonna make it there tonight. The rate I've been going.
I mean, you know, the maps we play on Star Citizen are beautiful, but I like subtlety more than outright garishness. I'd like to see more worlds like this, atmospheres like this in Star Citizen.
Do you like Elite?
Yeah, their planets are just picturesque, you know, when you look at them.
I like the way they do the stars in Elite. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, when you first warp in on one, you almost can feel that Corona heat. The first time was took me by surprise a little bit how realistic it looked to some NASA photos, and I got almost a little too close.
Got a little toasty, huh?
Well, just admiring all the plasma jets they put in that thing, and just beautiful, stellar work there.
You seen the new newsletter about the updates that they're gonna be having?
Not really dangerous, if that's the one you're talking about. No.
Yeah, they're talking about some sort of, I don't know, almost faction warfare thing they're setting up. Powers, I think they're calling it, or something like
Oh,
that.
that I did see. I thought it was something new in that.
And we have touchdown. Alright, I'm going to see if I can lose me a pilot here.
I noticed you didn't have that little ring behind the capsule where you, I don't know, you put like, look like little gas tanks or something. I guess those were pods for experiment.
Oh, underneath it?
Yeah, that you where the doors would open up when you splashed.
Yeah, that there was a sort of a cabinet where you could put whatever you wanted to in there, and then there was also an experiment. But it's a lot of extra weight, and so I was trying to get height, which meant that I needed to cut back on the weight.
Oh, I see. As part of a contract, you said?
No, just trying to grind the science.
Oh,
And that time I didn't do very much good at all because I didn't get any science.
there wasn't nothing in that flight that gained you anything, huh?
No, I gotta do better.
Oh, I see. It's those the farther along you go, the more they expect out of you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got one science for completing a contract, which that's gonna take me forever.
That's the one part of real life that gets in my craw.
Yeah, the grind takes a while.
No, it's like you do good, and they say, "Well, can't you do more?"
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm getting older. I don't care. Can't you do more?
All right. So I wonder if I can try this. How bad can it be? I can get to space. I can get back. Let's give it a try.
I think I'm gonna hop on Steam and buy that, you snot. You make it look so fun.
Well, yeah, do give it a try, and I can answer any questions you want. Well, because this is what I'm doing.
What I really should be doing is being on Star Citizen and practice on Gladius.
Yeah, Star Citizen would. I don't know. It's. I'm still waiting for it to get to the point where I want to play it. Even with the wreck, I haven't really wanted to grind it much yet. Well, that and I don't want to get burned out on it.
You know, I just got a pop-up from Dylan on our home site. Said he gave a shout-out to the Night Ones. He was on an interview on a Guard Frequency podcast.
Sweet.
What is Guard Frequency podcast?
No idea. I'd assume it's something to do with Star Citizen.
Yes, it is. Put the link in chat. Here we go.
I'll have to check it out later.
By the time it's all said and done, he's going to have more knowledge than the Galactopedia does. Which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna see if I can get this tourist up and back down. How hard could it be?
Tell him to come on and join us, but as late as it is,
Yeah. He's on the East Coast too, isn't he? Because I think he's an hour ahead of us.
Maryland.
Yeah. Alright, here I go, launching the Tourist 1.
I almost tapped into him while you were building that. What's that ball on the nose for?
It's a remote control. It's a remote control module, so it lets me. Because I've got a tourist in the crew hatch, so he doesn't know how to do anything. So I'm running everything from that ball.
Oh.
I hope.
So Lupin doesn't have any science skills at all. Huh?
Nope, he's just along for the ride.
Don't look so frightened, little guy. Just
User joined your channel.
well, hello.
Hello, hello. Hey,
You're on
Dillick.
Twitch stream, man.
Will join up.
Well, a double set of fins seems to give you a lot of stability.
It does, and the fact that I'm not really even touching the controls.
Oh, sorry. Were
No,
you
it really
joking?
does help. No, I didn't touch the controls other than the throttle.
Kerbal Space Program, killing Kerbal since 2011.
Yeah, I told you he was on killing Kerbals.
Well, that's pretty accurate. I'm down 1, which I'm actually pretty proud of that I'm only down 1. Hey, and it looks like I'm going to make it to space, too.
Nice distance.
What an unwieldy looking ship. Now the real question is whether I can land this sucker.
You know, the old Apollo Soyuz looked the same way before they died. Of course, they didn't have a ball in their nose, but they had some ungainly looking structures sticking out there.
I tell you what, building these things, it's really a case of stick it wherever you can.
That's interesting.
Well, at that rate, you very well could make 85, huh?
It'd be pretty close.
Ooh, that's a nice looking view.
Yeah, from the inside, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know you got stuff like that.
Coming back down.
Now, notice there on your artificial horizon, there's that round marker. Are you supposed to keep that centered somewhere?
The brown marker, well, there's several things going on, and the timing's going to be different. There's a yellow one, and that is your relative velocities. So there's a yellow one with a cross through it. That's, the antipositive or the retrograde. So that's, if you fire engines, you slow down. The yellow one that doesn't have the cross through it, that's your prograde. You fire your engines there and you speed up. The blue one is the normal and the anti-normal, I think. And then the other direction that's important is the I forget what the term is.
So you're supposed to center your little wing beak there over a particular circle, depending on if you want to thrust or angle off. Or...
Exactly.
Ah, okay. Dillick, you play this game too, don't you?
No, I haven't. I've seen a lot of people playing it though. Seems to be way too much responsibility to carry, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I asked if there's a lot of keys in it because it just looks so complicated.
You carry the life of a lot of Kerbals in your hand.
Little
Good old
Twinkies with
Lupin
eyes.
here doesn't look like he's too sure about this part.
Apparently, the military hold D is called the R4M Quasar.
Yes, and I gather that down the road, you'll be able to outfit it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I can't see your stream for some reason. My computer just jazzing.
Yeah, I don't know. For whatever reason, my tablet, I'm trying to watch the stream there, just so I can monitor it, and it locks up after about, I don't know, 5 seconds, it seems like.
Mine is just a perpetual loading.
Maybe troubles with Twitch, I suppose. Or it could be troubles with my stream. It's hard to tell.
Working fine on mine.
Hey, what I did, I lowered the quality on it. Let's see if I can load up, and eventually I'll just keep increasing. So yeah, today they got frequency had a open mic thing. where they invited all their listeners to just chip in. They would interview you.
Cool. So what'd you talk about?
The whole the whole series, Elite, and a common misconception I was reading on the forums, and it's that most people think that if you have a whole sea or any kind of hull, you're gonna have to buy the cargo yourself, and
Oh,
then
yeah. No, you definitely could run somebody else's cargo. You're just not going to make as much profit off it.
no, actually, there's most of the gameplay is gonna be you're gonna get a contract to move some amount of cargo from point A to point B within a time frame. And if you get extra faster, you're gonna get like a bonus. Like a real trucker,
Mm-hmm.
because truckers don't buy their cargo. Not all of them, though.
I'd be interested to know is if if there'll be plenty of advertising contracts and we could actually do like they show with the plates on the outside.
Put it on the sides.
Yeah, pick up a little extra coin.
That'd be
That would,
awesome.
yeah. Or if you could put the signs, occupy them, 2 or 3 of them with your organization logo, and that way you have
I like that. That'd be nice too. Yeah.
free advertising for the org.
Well, I successfully got the tourist up and back down. I'd say that's worth something.
He actually gained XP for that,
He did.
because he didn't throw up.
I guess.
Yeah, it does look like a fun little game.
Alright, I gotta go for something different here.
So no, I ain't had a chance to play the PTU. When I see the threads, folks who are just getting into it, they make it sound like it's so complicated and they gotta re-download 20 times. But I did see one guy in there claiming that the loading screen to get to the hangar is now so quick he ain't got time to get a soda. Is that true?
Yeah, I told you it was getting faster.
Well, the regular server sure didn't seem. It's still like 2+ minutes for me, but if that's what it's going to be like when they transfer 112 over to live, that'd be great. I might actually get in and practice more if I ain't got to do a lot of waiting.
Yeah, I think they explained the fact that they don't have to load everything up.
I sure don't. I'm glad they come to that realization.
And with the amount of stuff they're gonna have to go through now, I mean, they have the amount of simulation data they have to pipe through the internet is gonna be way too much to just leave it like that. I mean, leave it without optimization if we're gonna start with a multi-cruise ship soon.
You know, Hedge, every time I look at your ship now, I'm seeing a sealed balance on a ball in his nose.
Sure enough, I see that.
So hey, thanks for the shout out for the Night Wardens. That's cool, man. You didn't get no trouble with the guy, the stream guys for that, did you?
No, because the affiliate organization.
Oh, in the game?
Yeah, and no, and well, in Star Citizen have the Night Wardens as my main, and Guard Frequency as my affiliate.
So they have their own org in the game, then.
Yeah, but they're
Okay.
mostly dedicated to search and rescue. So that's why I decided to join them as well because even though I don't participate as much, and I will not, I'm just part of them because of the SAR search and rescue operations.
I
And
take it.
since
Are
yeah,
you
and
planning on buying a Crucible?
that is more likely, yes, but I'm not involved in any part of the decision making, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Oh, okay. I thought when it got down to it from the description that was going to be the main combat rescue ship, the way you could outfit it and all.
hmm But I'm really gonna be very much just with you guys.
I appreciate that. We need you, man.
Eh, not that much you would think, but yeah,
With your knowledge, that's just telling heads. You're the Galactopedia, man.
Absolutely.
I'm just bored at work.
I mean, if you and Hedge and Silas weren't going to be in that game, I wouldn't know what to do.
Anyway, well, thanks. We're having Galdar to figure out his
Yes.
first ship.
That kind of surprised me because he had an account in the game for a long time and he never bought a ship.
A lot of people are like that, watching to see, naysayers.
Afraid it's vaporware.
Yeah.
Could have swore he was already in our org. So. Hey, someone making a crack at me?
Slow the draw, sir. Slow the draw.
It's vaporware, Captain. It's vaporware.
No, but I mean, it's okay. Right now, I'm playing with the 3D model of my ship.
Oh
I have
no.
to.
Yes, no.
Yeah, it's tricky here.
Good save. That's what we said.
I wonder what they're paying those. What are you offering to those poor Kerbals?
Not nearly enough.
That's what I was thinking.
This flight didn't go quite so well.
Well, we're gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be hanging in DC, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it to the um to the meeting. Hopefully, I will. But
Oh, make it if you can. If you can't, it happens.
I think Bagel is gonna be there. If that's happened, I will let him know. I will let him know that you know to run you ragged on the practice.
Yeah, I'm sure we need a little bit of discipline on how we practice things.
I mean, I understand why we kind of got back on the Slack because network issues for the longest time.
Well, that, and I just want to keep it fun too. You know, I
Hmm
don't want people to not want to come and hang out. So that I think is the biggest factor because it doesn't matter how good we are if nobody's there. But there's definitely some fun in being good. Partly, I wanted to get in and see how people are actually playing to see what we could learn from how they dogfight. Because typically, it seems like there's one or two guys that are better than everybody else by a long shot.
I mean, how many of us were against two?
It was
And
like
those
five
two
on
were,
two.
and they
Well,
were having fun.
if it makes you feel any better, I saw Moxie on the forums. He's a long-term arena commander and been on the leaderboards a few times, so he's no slouch.
Well, that salves the ego a little bit at least.
6 on 2, and we still lost. Oh,
And
was
did hear
incorrect.
there was a petition to keep the Gladiator out of arena commander because he's just so boss.
A light bomber. What do you expect?
Well, too much
Like
maneuverability. They say it's got all those missiles and everything, but it flies like a fighter, and that's not fair.
Yeah, it's a beast.
it, well, it will be balanced like everything else.
Well, you know how it goes. I mean, some of these ships, people will want them the way they are when they're going up against NPC and the PU, you know, and swarms and stuff. But as far as a PvP, that's where the nerfing comes in. That was one of the issues I saw with Star Wars: The Old Republic, because everything worked good if you were going up against the PvE environment. But when people started crying nerf, it was only because of PvP, and then they nerfed everything. You know, if it was weak weapons, it didn't matter which arena you were playing in. And it made life harder to battle the game content because you're going up with weapons with half the power they used to have.
But yeah, I think the only boss that gave me a lot of trouble was because I was playing the Jedi Consular, and Jedi Consulars are the kind of Jedis that rely on the Force for everything. They are the Yoda types. They're the guys who study the Force and they learn to manipulate the Force. But within the Consulars, there's a skill, there's a tree. You can either be a Jedi healer or a Jedi Shadow. And a Jedi Shadow is the kind of Jedi that uses the Force to enhance his combat abilities. So he was either near or there, and that was a big problem. But he has some pretty cool strikes.
That was the one where you could pull stuff out of the ground and shoot it at them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I like playing that character. It really kind of felt like the Empire moment, you know, where Darth is taking a piece of that station and throwing it at the group.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of the gameplay itself, I think it could have been done. In terms of his story, it could have been done a little better because he gave off this impression like he was a. Not that I have anything
You
You're
mean,
wrong
cutting out.
against
I'm
it,
only
but
catching about half of what you're saying.
yeah,
oh,
were you talking about Darth?
no, I was talking about the Jedi Consular on the game. His stories, I don't know, it was weird. It was not very Jedi consular like. But I enjoyed it nevertheless.
Yeah, I strung mine out. I don't think I ever finished the smuggler story when I was just stringing it out and trying to enjoy it as much as I could. Got up to like level 30.
And that is a shame. Although, in order, I'm a more PvE guy than a PvP.
Me too. I don't know. It's just when the guild I was with kind of just shattered and broke up. I didn't bother looking for another one. I just kind of lost interest. Kind of was the Knights too. Knights of the Cross.
Oh well, guys, have a very good night. Hedge, enjoy.
All right, thanks. We'll see you later.
See you, Jericho.
Are you going to see you tomorrow night though?
Yeah, but let's see what happens.
Okay.
User disconnected from your channel.
Have to give that wife extra hugs and kisses.
Say what?
Yeah, the guest to give his wife extra hugs and kisses. He was on there on Thursday. He was home at 10:30. We've been there for 3 hours. It's like, hey, you can hear her in the background. So
Yeah, I know that. I mean, you got to keep the peace at home, no matter what.
Dude, you're really flying. I see you getting more of that nose heat.
Yeah, I didn't. I got to add more different stability. It didn't go so well that time. Spent a lot of my time just pointing the wrong direction.
Still, looks like you're going to break 25, maybe 30K.
Yeah, I think I'll brush 30K.
Oh, man, look at that.
Problem is, I needed to get this guy up to 70.
I've had to live in cities for so many years, I forgot what the Milky Way looks like.
Oh, isn't it gorgeous?
It is, it is. If I ever move again, I'm thinking about moving southwest so I can get some skies like that.
I just have to go visit my parents. They live in a fairly rural area, so I get to see it whenever I manage to get away.
Well, good, because, I don't know, man. It's good for the soul to experience stuff like that, you know?
Absolutely.
It reminds me of the Psalm of David, you know?
Which one?
When I consider thy work of thy hands. What is man that you were mindful of him?
Oh, okay.
I couldn't quote you chapter and verse, but to paraphrase, yeah. He saw God in the heavens when he looked at the majesty of it all.
Getting some pretty significant speed coming back down.
Okay, here we go. Being ashamed that I didn't remember it. Psalm 3:4. Or 8:3:4. For when I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the ones
User
of your
joined your
stars,
channel.
which you have established, what is man that you are mindful of them, and the Son of Man that you visit or care for him?
Thanks, Jericho. I think I heard somebody join channel. Is somebody else there?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey,
Hey,
Spectre.
Spectre.
I was just wondering what you guys were streaming.
Doing a little bit of Kerbal.
You know, your parachutes come out cool.
Yeah, I haven't had a shoot fail for quite a while. I'm kind of kind of happy, and well, I'm definitely happy. I'm kind of surprised. For a while there, they were failing every other try.
Oh, you're playing Kerbal Space Program?
Yes, sir.
I love that game.
Me too.
You're right, Hedge. It is hard to be a Kerbal.
I'm playing it on hard mode in the career, and I'm kind of in trouble. I'm bleeding cash and not really making much progress.
It is like about 10 launches and you ain't killed a single Kerbal yet, so that's good.
Well, there's that.
Just a little curious, look at that bottom bar where it says year, 1 day, something, something, something. Do you have a time frame you have to finish this or something?
The contracts have time frames. Hello. What?
Oh. Ah.
Yes, I'm doing a green screen.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, it works good.
Yeah, it took a little bit of fiddling to get it set up, and don't probably have quite as much light as I would need, but it's not bad. Not bad for a first attempt.
Yeah, you know, if you only had a limited amount of Kerbals, you could probably never do this. Considering how easy it is to waste them. Kind of feel bad for them.
Until it becomes fun to get to see how they can die.
You know that there's a glitch if you have two connectors and you connect one to a Kerbal, then connect the other one to a Kerbal and start pulling, the world will disappear.
I did not. Is that just in the latest patch? Because they came out with the patch on Monday.
No, it's not with the latest patch. It's been in there ever since the connectors came.
The whole
Alright.
world disappears.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, this
I've heard
time
it's
I'm going to
split.
make it to space.
I've heard that splitting atoms can do that, but oh, girls.
I don't know, Jericho, what do you give me on odds for making it all the way into space with this one?
I have faith in you, man. That's a lot of stability, too, so.
Last time I didn't have enough. I got in real trouble.
So what's the mission today, though, Hedge? What do you got to do?
Trying to take a tourist into space.
Ah. But of course, they didn't say you had to take him back.
Unfortunately, I do. Oh wow, this is a lot better than I thought. I'm going to make it to space no problem. Well, Jericho, that one actually worked pretty well. I made it to space with fuel to spare.
So what was the target height? 80,000?
70,000 is the edge of space. So as long as I get him, I got to be suborbital. So as long as I get him up to 70,000, that's what I needed.
Well, congratulations. New head fix. You're going to break the 100 mark, aren't you?
Not quite. I think I'm going to just short of it. Well, maybe I will. I'm still going up. Nope, didn't quite make it.
Oh, that's so close.
You know, the Kerbal's probably saying right now, help me, I'm in a death trap.
Hey, I see he's got a little viewport there. Or is that for you?
That's for him. I don't think I
Oh,
could steer much from that.
I'm kind of surprised when he sees the flames coming past it that you don't see his mouth get open like, what?
Part of the problem I've got right now is that with the green screen setup I've got this bright light shining in my face and it's reflecting on my screen. I have a hard time seeing what I'm doing. I've done a few dark side landings in Kerbal, like the dark side of the moon. It's kind of intense trying to guess where the ground is when it's dark.
Mm.
Yeah. It's the same thing for me when I'm trying to play MechWarrior on River City Nights. That's why I hate it so much. But in a few days, I'll be getting glasses, so hopefully my vision will improve.
Well, hopefully you save those night missions like that for when you're not streaming and you got a spotlight on you.
Yeah. Night missions you generally want to avoid if at all possible anyway.
Whoa, is that hot or hot?
No,
I
if he
think we had
keeps
some
being
heat
hot
going
like
on
that,
there.
yeah, if he keeps being hot like that, he's gonna pop like a kernel.
Haha. Well, it didn't last long. That's good. Was that like a health bar for your heat shield or something?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that ablator goes all the way away. That's it. Sayonara.
I think if you heat up too much, you'll actually cook the Kerbal, you know, on the inside.
You know, they got restaurants where deep fried Twinkies are a delicacy. Those Kerbals look like Twinkies with eyes to me.
Maybe Twinkies can survive a nuclear apocalypse. It's just they grow eyes and they become Kerbals.
Perhaps.
And then the government found them, and they were like, "What? What are we going to do with these guys? Well, we're going to send them to space and torture them."
Good job, man.
Almost there. Almost there. Just a little bit more. And we have touchdown.
Now, you think this is our try going to like another planet, like one of the other ones in the middle rings, and then come back all with one ship?
Yeah, to actually make it down to the planet and come back. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, you have to make something very special. The way some people do it is that they make like a space station and they dock it, you know, into the orbit, and they put like little lunar like the little pods that can go down, you know, and go up.
Oh, sure, sort of a little shuttlecraft almost.
Yeah, because you can transfer Kerbals through objects in space. It's just really hard.
Now, when you get a good design like that, can you save off, save it as a completed set?
You can. What I've found though is that unless you're just doing the sandbox thing, you get more science, you get more parts, and then the design actually isn't as good as you thought it was.
Oh yeah, it's just like Zoo Tycoon. If you don't have infinite money, it's a lot harder to play.
So pretty much every launch here, you're starting from scratch.
Well, I'm building on the old one, but yeah, I'm trying to find things I can tweak to get me a little more distance.
Yeah, and you gotta like modify it, like adapt it to the certain missions, you know.
I think I'm just
Because
going to try this one again, unmodified, and see if I can get a better shot at orbit.
Yeah. The main problem I saw with it is that you don't have enough fuel, but I'm guessing there's nothing you can really do about that.
No, not really. I'm really limited on fuel, on mass, on part count. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck as far as it goes, and I'm losing money every launch.
Yeah, but one thing you're not limited with is Kerbals, so you can use them at your expense.
Well, actually, you got to hire them, and there's a pretty significant expense. This is 100,000 to hire a new astronaut.
Wow. About how much are you making for like that last launch?
I think net I lost about 3,000 on that last one.
Lost. Ouch.
Yeah, well, you got to think he's getting paid technically by the government to do these things, and he's not making much back. He's just vying for more support, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's the fuel and all the parts. Everything short of that cockpit is loss.
Wow.
You know, those Kerbals are pretty expensive for being radioactive Twinkies. $100,000.
That last guy you took up was like just a passenger.
Yep, and this one is too.
They don't cost you anything, do they? They're part of the contract.
Yep, they pay me a little bit actually, but it's not enough. Not nearly as what the launch costs.
So at this point, you're basically suffering a loss of money just to gain the experience.
Yuppers.
Yeah. As you go along, though, you get more efficient parts, like cost efficient and fuel efficient parts. So the costs will start turning into, he'll start making money soon if he gets enough science and stuff. It's just you only have so long in orbit, so there's only so long you can do science experiments. Hence why having something up in orbit would be a very good thing.
Well, I don't know what went wrong with this flight, but it went wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, Kerbal Space Program is one of those games that you play when you have time and lots of it.
Have him hurry up and get down so I can try it again.
Now, where's that self-destruct button? And the Kerbal goes like, "What self-destruct button?" And he goes like, "You paid for it."
Yeah, see, that time I lost 12,000.
Ouch. Think of it. That's 1/10 of a Kerbal.
The thing that gets me is I'm not quite sure I know what went wrong, which is troubling.
Well, what's the difference between this one and the last one? You know that when you hit 10,000, you got to kind of curve it a bit, right? If you keep
Yeah.
going straight, you'll have diminishing returns. Especially if you want to go to orbit.